Hey, what's up YouTube, and welcome back to another TPX Reviews, but today's review is actually not a review, it's a revisit. Yes, it goes back, I believe, 8 years ago, when I basically uploaded like my second or third energy drink review ever. Like, on this channel, like number 1, 2, or 3, I forget, maybe even 4. My first review was actually a NOS. And back then it was called Loaded Cherry. Makes me sad because there was also a fruit punch that went along with it, but that one didn't have a cool name to go with it. It was just NOS Fruit Punch. So here we are again, only this time it's cherried out. The reason why I'm doing a revisit, well, I mean I revisited Rockstar Cola because I felt like that review was just, I don't know, it wasn't that good. I think it was the same. I was really young, and I kind of did a webcam type of recording with that as well. So all the webcam reviews that I could do, I'm gonna do. Like, there was an Amp Juiced review, but don't watch that, number 1, and number 2. I can't get that anymore, so that one's a dead on arrival. This is finally my review for NOS Cherried Out in the style that I do reviews today. And if there's any others, I will be redoing them if possible. So here we are. This is NOS. Now featuring Complex 6, which wasn't a thing back then. Don't know if anything's changed with the ingredients or the recipe. I'm sure it has. But now the word NOS is italicized. We got high performance on the can. This whole block used to be yellow. It used to be kind of more like, hey, I'm like a toy, like some kind of toy company. It was very cartoony with the yellow mixed with the red. But now it's all owned by Coke, and yeah, so basically this is what we're dealing with in today's market. So they were kind to us. They gave us the 8 ounce and the serving size, for the full can, per can, and 8 ounce. Now this is kind of annoying because I kind of feel like this shouldn't be a thing. They should just stick with one. Like, they're kind of messing with things, but whatever. So you guys take a look at that. Come down here, and you got the NOS Energy Company, which Corona, California. They're right down the street from Monster in Corona, California. $160 milligrams per can. So yeah, it's basically 80 times 2. Got our 0416 batch number, which I don't think was a thing back then. I'm not sure. I don't even check this bottom anymore. You know it's a Monster when they start with B19, 11, blah, blah, blah. That just means that it was filled in February of this year, which is really recent. So yeah, let's crack this sucker open and see what we got here. Time to revisit it. Still smells the same, that is for sure. It always had a very kind of like a dry cherry smell to it. But it's good though. It's a good smell. It's just a little funky though. Definitely has almost like, I definitely want to say blow pop cherry. If you've ever had a Charms blow pop, it's very it's got a bit of a strange I don't know. It's candy, but it's a strange candy. It's kind of like a really old artificial flavoring. It's very old school, I guess you could say. Yeah, it's thinking back to way back when I reviewed it, and the times I've had this throughout the years. This was never really my favorite NOS. even though I love cherry energy drinks, I just something about it. It has a very, almost like when you get a bag of like Twizzlers or something, or some kind of like cherry candy, but it's like old-fashioned candy, if you know what I mean. Like it's from like the 1940s, the 50s. They had the way they did cherry back then. It was kind of a weird, you know. This is like it's not, the thing with this is that it's not medicine. But let's take a sip, right, and go from there. Just like I remembered it. This is the oddest cherry I've ever had. And it's kind of why it's never really been my favorite. Because it's a very, like I said, yeah, that is very strange. It's cherry, but it's more like a licorice cherry, or like a, I don't know, some kind of like, yeah, like an old lollipop, like where they made, the way they made lollipops back in like the 50s. I don't know, or even today. Like it really does remind me of it's almost like a black cherry, actually, now that I'm tasting it again. It's really, it's like a black cherry, but, or like, we have a market here called Shaw's. It's not well known out of New England, so you probably don't have one. But anytime you find, so there, if you ever have gone to Shaw's, there is a soda that they sell, and it's called Super Chill. It's their brand, but there's a specific flavor. They sell a black cherry, and almost 100% that soda, Super Chill Black Cherry, tastes like this. Black cherry sodas are normally supposed to taste, you know, kind of like artificial, kind of good in a way, but Super Chill and this, they share very close similarities, and they but in the soda, for some reason I like it more. Maybe there's more sugar in the soda variant, but this tastes like that. So if you're ever curious, it does have a clone out there as a soda, but overall for a NOS, it's not bad. It's just interesting. That's all. Perhaps there is a group of you that prefer this type of cherry, and you wouldn't be wrong. It's pretty good, especially as you keep drinking it. It gets better, but there is an aftertaste, and the aftertaste is pretty. Well, you know when you hit the key, a key flat on a piano, and it makes a funny sound. It's kind of sour, like a little bit, not sour, but it's like it makes a weird sound, because it's like there's all the keys on the piano, and you hit one of the black ones, right, and it just kind of makes a weird, like, it's like it's cherry, but it feels weird. It's, yeah, sound like the key sounds weird. This tastes weird. It's cherry, but then it, yeah, basically doing Tim Allen. So, yay! I've just turned this review into a comedy. So I bet you're all laughing your ass off. Or if not, then I'm gonna go crawl in a ditch and die. Just kidding. So, anyways, that's pretty much. That's pretty much it. It's a unique cherry, and it is a NOS, but it's been with us for a very long time, so we have good memories. It's pretty nostalgic at this point. And you know, I can finish a can. One might even go as crazy as to say that it's similar to Monster Assault, because Monster Assault is, well, owned by Coke, and it actually is. Assault is kind of like a black cherry, or at least a cherry in some way. But I always tasted, well, I'll put it this way, I like Assault better. So that's, if that says anything. I do like Monster Assault much better, and it's more of a regular cherry rather than this tastes more like a black cherry. Unless that's maybe just because that Super Chill Black Cherry soda has ruined it for me forever. That's basically it. So overall, I don't know how to review this, since score it, because should I base it on old or new? I'm not sure. Also, one that just came to me, that black cherry slap I had that I was mentioning in the wild cherry review, I believe. I really like slap. That was a good energy drink for really cheap, and they had a black cherry freeze, but the chilling sensation, that was a really cool drink. Black cherry slap with the chill. That was another drink that tasted a lot like this. Black cherry just is definitely a thing here. But I'm gonna go with, in the NOS's, well, if NOS original is a 9, because it's original, but I guess I'll give NOS a 9. Sonic Sour is a 10 for sure. Grape, well, you'll see soon. And because that will be that's not even a revisit, that I just never did that review. And what else the other flavors? Fruit Punch, rest in peace. Rowdy, which I did review. I think I reviewed Rowdy. If I didn't know, I might have not, which really sucks. But hey, there's rumor of a Fruit Punch NOS coming back. That's either based on the original Fruit Punch or the Rowdy Fruit Punch. I'm not sure, but I'm very excited to get my hands on that can. Plus, it's black and red, which is my favorite. Then there's some there's a Charred Citrus. Charred Citrus, I think the black one, if it is like Full Throttle, I'd basically give that one 10, because I do love Full Throttle. And then there was the old green Charred Citrus. That one was a bit funky tasting to me. That one's probably an 8 or 9. So, in the category of all that, to sum this up quickly, this one probably falls under, maybe a 9. It doesn't get a 9.5, but definitely a 9. The original NOS is probably 9.5, and this is probably a 9. So, that's pretty much, I think that's where I'm comfortable with that. Amongst all energy drinks, though, as a whole, out there, all the ones I've had, it gets like an 8. So, or an 8.5. 8.5. Sometimes I almost forget I even put 5s in them for extra boosts. So, but yeah, it's good. It's got a very strange licorice taste, and it's kind of like, I don't know. It could have been better, especially for lasting for as long as it did, but it's cherry NOS. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to go anywhere soon, or the flavor will ever change. So, I guess that's it. Check it out if you can. I don't know, try to get your hands on it. I know a lot of places, a lot of stores, in the UK, in Europe, they import American drinks, and NOS definitely falls under there. So, I'm sure it's pretty easy to get your hands on it. And, but yeah, definitely thanks for checking my revisit out. This has been TPX Reviews with NOS Cherried Out. Revisiting a good old classic that I really, really, really did not know what I was doing when I reviewed it the first time around. So here we go with a revisit. I'm not sure if I'll call this a revisit or a review, but I guess you tell me, because you're already watching it. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Peace out.